all and welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we go further, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Today's topic is according to something I personally have experienced, and y'all, it's quite interesting, but I think it helped me to be a better person in more ways than one. I'm going to talk about my survival skills, or the things I learned in terms of surviving here in North Cyprus. So the first thing I had to learn to do was to manage the little that I have, right? Because at some point I needed to get a job and to be able to support myself. So at that time I wasn't really earning much, so I needed to make sure I made very good use of that money and I wouldn't be left stranded at any point. And another thing I learned to do was to control my emotions, especially in situations where, let's say, you are working at a place and in terms of payments, things don't seem to go well, or the employers don't want to pay you on time. Yeah, I had to learn how to deal with that tactfully, if I can put it that way. Another thing is I became such a cheapskate. Each and every TL I calculate, let's say maybe I find something costing 13.95 and another, and the same thing somewhere else costing 14.95. That TL to me counts. So I would rather walk the distance to get the cheaper thing, which is the same thing that I would have gotten elsewhere at even 1-2 TL higher price. That's how I just ended up doing it. Another thing I learned is how to be innovative, or how to make a plan. Like, there would be times when I didn't know what to do next and I couldn't continue working at a certain place because I needed more time because of my program I study at school. So I couldn't work that same job and be attending my classes during the week. I had to make a plan as to what to do to keep making money, and still be able to survive, and also be able to help home here and there, so that I wouldn't leave all of that responsibility to them when I could be doing something right here by myself, right? Another thing I had to learn is negotiating skills when it comes to getting paid. Let's say I'd gotten a gig to do some work, and they would ask, okay, so how much do you charge, or how much do you charge? I had to think of the best possible way to charge as effectively as possible, so that we could get as much as possible for the services I would be providing, right? And that was not easy, but it was quite interesting. I would say it was one of the most exciting things I've had to do, to learn how to negotiate. Another thing is I ended up becoming this very calculative person when it comes to making any move, or spending money, or saving. Almost everything I want to do is calculated nowadays. It's no longer just a thing of doing just because I have the money, or just because I feel like doing it. Although there are times I would give myself a break, but oftentimes oftentimes I've already done the math. Okay. Another thing is, the more I realized that I had to learn how to survive by myself and to be independent, the more I would desire to achieve more in life in general, and to know that I'm not just waiting on getting a degree, but I also want to start up something, or to start doing something that I can get up and running even before I've graduated, and I think that is important even for many other students who are yet to graduate and are probably reluctant about thinking of it that way. Another thing is that I ended up looking for self-development books, or books that talk about finances, or certain ways and videos even on YouTube of how to learn about money and how to spend it and the rules of money, right? And how to save it and invest it. Because those are things that are not taught in school at all, if I'm being honest. But those are things that we all need to know. No matter what you're studying, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, you need to know them. They are quite simple, some of them, and there are things you can start to employ even while you get paid and get whatever little amount of money you get as a student at any point in time. So those are some of the things I wanted to talk about that I ended up adapting being in Northern Cyprus. Now, some people may wonder, what kind of environment is it? It is a nice environment. It is peaceful, but at times, if you're not financially okay, you will struggle. That's the thing, and that's the honest truth. So you always have to find your way around. The good thing, though, is that there is always something that you can do in order to earn a living. Something which will not necessarily harm you, but will actually help you to grow as a person. All right, thank you so much, guys, for listening to me talking about how I learned to survive in North Cyprus. For more videos like this, stay tuned to this channel, subscribe, and wait for more.